A while back, I stumbled across a series on YouTube about World Championship fly fishing. And after seeing how many trout these guys were catching, I had to know what they were doing that was so different. Come to find out, almost all of them were fishing a tight line method called euronymphing. So I decided to give it a try for myself, but now I can't go back. Stick around to the end and I'll go over the pro setup and show you just how crazy effective this method can be. Welcome to Fifth Day Fly Fishing. I'll see you out there. We have conditions for a really good day today. Nice overcast. Ooh, that's a fish. That is what I'm talking about. Come on, buddy. That's a good size. That's a good size rainbow right there. Oh, goodness. Come on, buddy. Nice one. Dude, that is what I'm saying. I didn't even have time to get my first sentence out. I've been fishing about 2 minutes. First thing, just get a quick guesstimate measurement of this guy. I don't know. If I had to guess, 14 inches. See, buddy? Sort of beat up. But I'll take that. But yeah, all I was saying was about the conditions. Today should be really good with some overcasts. The water's looking great. It's warm out. It's looking like it could be a good day, especially catching a fish that quick. Yeah, so it's probably been a year ago now that all of a sudden randomly I see the World Championships of Fly Fishing come across my YouTube feed. It was something that Fulling Mills put on, which is a fly tying company. So they made a whole series following, I think, Team UK. But what I noticed is that everybody was basically using the same thing. You know, some of them would also take a dry fly rod to the river, but for the most part, it was 99% or more is euronymphing. One thing I can say is that those competitions are scored by number of fish, you know, and then they get extra points for larger fish, but it's basically number of fish is what you want. And it's just crazy how many they were pulling out. So I figured I had to give it a try. So the first thing I noticed with what they were doing is they just had this really long rod, a really long Euro rod, typically over 10 feet. And they all had a really long monofilament leader. Like, I'm talking, oh, that's a fish. Oh, that's a good size one too. That's a decent trout right there. It's right in front of me. All right, come on, buddy. But that's one thing you can see right now, like about this rod. It's so soft on the tip that it's pretty hard for them to break this light tippet. Oh, come on. Dude, if he gets down that, I'm done for. Come on, bud. I got him over. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's a good fish right here. Yes. Yeah, all I was saying was they're all using that really long rod and a really long leader. And they use a really thin, non-tapered leader. I think that's one difference between what they do versus what I do, which my setup is even simpler. I'm trying to get this fish. I just want to get that's a pretty long fish right here. Whoa. Barely holding him. Look at that. Whoa, he's going. Oh, dude, it all looks really good. It all looks really, really fishy. Oh, that was a fish, definitely. No way that was a rock, the way that just sort of pinged real quick. It was really quick. Let's see, maybe we'll take it again. Yes, there he is. Oh, it's a little wild trout. Love it. Come here, bud. That's the thing about these rods, man. You can fill everything. Come here, dude. Look at that little trout right there. Look at those colors. Just do a quick release on you. See, buddy. I think it's just crazy how easily I could fill that fish on this rod. That, I think, is my favorite thing about euronymphing or tight lining, is how easy it is to fish little pockets like that. That's why I keep coming back to it, because this kind of water right here is my favorite. It's tight quarters, really pockety stuff, plunge pools, all sorts of stuff. And I just love the fact that I can just drift right over holes like that with this long rod. Ooh, that had to be that tree. Sometimes I get more excited for those little pretty wild trout than I do the big old stalkers. Oh, that's a fish. Now that's a good one. Oh, yeah. Right under that tree. All right, just a little stalk trout here. Sitting right next to that little wild one. This is probably 11 inches or so, 12 maybe. A little trout. See you, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. This method just fits my style so well. Just the ability to dip it in stuff like this. Drift in this little stuff that really, not a lot of people are getting at. Yeah, so I saw that video and I went out and I got me a rod and then started looking at the reels. Oh, you don't even need a special reel. Just anything that sort of balances the rod. And then I kept the old fly line on it, and you can see this is just standard fly line I had on there before, and then you throw on a Euro shorty. I already had some nymphs. One thing about their nymphs too, this is one of my favorite parts of it, is that the nymphs they're using are extremely simple. And my pastor, actually shout out Pastor Brian, good quote from him said, a lot of the flies are made to catch fishermen, not fish. And I love that because that is so true. And I stick to about 2 to 3 nymph patterns. All right, I'm gonna move up a little bit here. And by the way, if you don't mind, leave me a like, that would be amazing. Helps video a whole lot. It's like giving me a little tip. And that's all I'm gonna say about that as I cast into a tree. Beautiful. Let's try right here. There's a fish. Coming right to me. Yeah, buddy. Yes. Let's just step back a little bit. First drift into that good little run there. Pretty good little rainbow here. Probably another 12 incher or so. But I think that's sort of a testament to this style of fishing, because truthfully, I'm not that good at it. And I think that's what's so great about it. It's not really about gear. It's about reading the water, technique, having that contact, watching your sider. Like, there's so much to get right about it. There's so much that you can learn just constantly. Look at this, here we go. Dude, now we're talking. Now we're getting into the real deal here, look here. Forget about euronymphing. Let's talk some sweet corn for a second. They went hard on this. This is Libby's natural sweet corn. I don't know if I can jam any more trash in my pack is the problem. So one thing that Howard Croston was talking about, world champ fly fisherman, was you need to always keep the line sort of pinched between the cork and your rod hand. And then you should always be holding the line with your left hand, and you sort of can control the depth with your left hand. All those professionals, they're sitting there like twirling it and stuff. I can't do that, but you're just controlling the depth basically with your left hand. All right, I've moved up just a little bit. There was somebody just fishing this, so it'll be interesting to see if we can get something out of here. There's a fish right there. Oh, that's a pretty one. Really colored up. Oh, is that a wild trout? This is one of the prettiest rainbows I've ever caught. Is this a wild rainbow? Dude, this is a wild trout, I'm pretty sure. Look at those colors. That is crazy pretty. All right, I had to grab my other camera for this one. Look at those colors. Like yellow and red. Beautiful. Let's see if I can get a cool release shot of them here. Not exactly sure where he went, but that was a pretty fish. But that right there is just why I keep coming back to euronymphing, because it's just such a weird, tight little spot under this tree. It's hard to get to, basically with anything else. And you're able to just sort of get a good little chunk in there with this nymph, and get good contact, quick contact with the fly, and catch trout out of stuff like that. I love that. This is just my favorite kind of fishing. Thank you. I think I got it. Yeah. All right, I'm moving from that. There's a rock down there that keeps snagging me. God. It's really deep out there. Oh, I see a trout. I see one right here. Try to drift it right in front of him. There's one right in front of me. I just can't really drift to him. There was a fish. That was one. All right, see if we can get him. Oh, 100%, there's a fish. Yes. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. Yes. Woo! Oh, no way. Oh, good thing he took back off. Because had he gone downriver, he's gone. Whoa. No, buddy. I'm going to horse him over here. Come on. Yes. That's a good one. Probably the best fish of the day right there. I'm gonna try to get a quick measurement. This dude has been beat up like crazy. All right, I don't know, 15 inches probably, something like that. All right, so I've worked my way up this whole stretch here, fishing these pockets. I've got 7, which is pretty good. I missed 1 or 2, but I'm gonna head down now, try one more spot to see if I can get a brown trout. I'm gonna work my way across this. As Howard Croston says, don't step where you haven't fished yet. That's a fish, yes. Pretty good one. Well, say that. Very pretty. There you go. Number 8 for the day. Push the inside of this seam here. Oh, there's a fish right there. What in the world? I think it's fighting like crazy. He hit it as I was bringing it back up. Whoa, this guy's going crazy. Is this a wild trout? This thing is fighting like a wild fish. No, it's not. Healthy, dude. I'll take that. I'll see you, buddy. Sorry for messing with you so much. This will be my last stop of the day for sure. It's running out of time. It's getting a little bit later in the day at this point. There's a lot that goes on with filming these. That's a fish. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Either that or he's in the current. Yeah, I think it's just in the current. Oh, fighting pretty good. This is more like what I was looking for. And my net is all jacked up. Put this guy on the reel. Put him over. Yes. It's a good one. Buddy, come here. Yes. All right, that's a nice one. Shout out to Isaac, a subscriber who stopped by and said, hey, let me get this little Waltz worm here. I had some pretty similar, but none with a gold bead for whatever reason. I need to tie some. This looks like a good little run right here. There's a fish. Oh, that's a really good one. That's a brown trout. Yes, this is exactly why I wanted to come down river. That is a brown trout for sure. I'm pretty positive of that. Pretty sure this is a big brown trout. Where's my net? Oh, buddy. Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That is why I cannot put down the Euro rod. Let me get him over here. Came down river just a little bit. There's some really good stretches down here where I know you can get some brown trout. Now, I didn't get him out of the normal holes. Got a couple of rainbows. Look at this fish here. Yes, got it back in the net. That is what I'm talking about, man. Just with the right little nymph, the right drift, the right depth. Look at this. What a beautiful fish. And look at this guy. One last look. Beautiful colors. Come here, bud. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for the day. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat pulling a brown trout out of a little pocket like that. But that's just one of the reasons I can't stop euronymphing. That's the only problem with it. Once I started and figured out how to do it, I bring the Euro rod every time. I highly recommend trying it out if you haven't. And also, check out those Fooling Mills videos on World Championships of Fly Fishing. So thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Really appreciate all the comments, people leaving me helpful tips. I'm wearing studded felt today because of somebody leaving a comment in my last video. So yeah, thank you for that. It's actually helped a whole lot. But thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the support. If you don't mind leaving this video a like and also subscribing if you haven't already, that would be extremely helpful. But thanks once again, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. See ya.